Alright, so as you guys can see, this is all the progress we made this episode. But before you watch this episode, and if you're new to the series and you want to catch up, you have to go watch the first episode. Alright, it'll probably be linked in description. So go ahead and watch the first episode. And the main thing I'll show you guys in this episode is how to create a thing. As you guys can see, this is a thing. How to create your own thing. It doesn't have to be the rock. It could be literally a car. It could be any other object or model. Damn, okay, he's pushing me. Also, how to make rarities, okay guys, like this, guys. As you guys can see, mystic stuff. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. Alright guys, so welcome back to another episode of making a steal a brain rot game in Roblox. Alright guys, this is part 2, and yeah, so we're gonna be continuing off of where we left from. So we got everything working, we got the basics done. So now what we need to do is, firstly, obviously, let's just duplicate the base. Right? There has to be 4 on each side, okay? Alright, so there has to be 4 on each side, so 8 in total. Okay, so let me just delete these ones. They're not my bases, they're just the fakes. Alright, cool. And then what we do is duplicate these. It's looking good so far, by the way. Boom. Then we put it. Can't tell. Okay, boom, there you go. As you can see, done. So but now what we need to do is rename the bases. So alright, so you have to rename the bases from base 1 to base 2, base 3, base 4, and onwards. Alright guys. God. Alright, done. 8 bases. We're gonna change the player size. Now in order to do that, so go click on create, then just find wherever your game is. Should be here. Steal an alien, but okay, so open a new tab on our view in Roblox. Then what we do is go over to configure this place. Access 50 for some reason. So we'll have to change this to 8. Alright guys. 8. There you go. And guys, you also have to do this content maturity thing so that you know, everyone can play, even like kids, because if you don't set this content maturity thing, then it'll only restrict the game to 13+, I'm pretty sure. Okay, you wanna go here to configure this experience. Then you want to go over to maturity and compliance in audience. Then you want to click start, and you just want to answer all these. Just say no because it's not violent. Alright, then we do no blood, and then keep on doing no. Okay, and then you should be done. And as you can see, content maturity levels minimal. So there you go. Click on submit, and done. So now we've got the settings out the way and all those basic stuff. Let's go back to the games. What we need to do now is actually make the things. I have no idea how to do this myself. Okay, now to be honest, there are a lot of things that spawn, so I'm gonna change the rate from 3 to 4. Alright, I think that's a better rate and it gives them more space and stuff. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna show you guys how to add your thing. Alright, so your thing could be anything. It can range from like a car to like a character to an alien to anything. Alright guys, so it doesn't matter what it is, but the steps should be the same for whatever it is. So let's just get like the most common one, probably like a character, right, or something. Let's just say an alien, right? So this is gonna be quick alien. All you gotta do is, you know, get the classic alien. I'm just gonna get this one. Boom, face it this way. We go ahead and make sure that the primary part of this is the humanoid root part. Now for stuff like this, for characters like this, they all should already be rigged, so you don't have to worry about that, I'm sure, because yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all rigged already. So yeah, this doesn't matter, right? So what you can like simply do right now, if it's already rigged, you can just literally put it inside of things, the things for it in server storage. Then what you want to go ahead and do is click on replicate storage and go into configuration modules, click on things, and here it's gonna look like this for you guys. So what you're gonna do is copy and paste this entire thing, and obviously you want to add a comma, alright guys. If you don't add this comma here, the script really won't work. And then you can add a thing. That's how it works. And then you have to rename the thing to the exact name of what your thing is called. Alright, so we'll just do alien. That's what it's called. And here guys, as you can see, this is where you can control the rarity and the amount of money you get from it per second. Alright guys, so let's say alien, we can do like I'm gonna do 500, and I'm gonna do not 10, that's still a lot to be honest. We'll do 6. Alright, there you go. And the rarity is common. So now as you guys can see, that's how you add your own thing. But I'll show you guys how to set rarities. Now obviously guys, I know what you're thinking is you can probably change the name here. And theoretically you can, but you have to do something else as well. Alright guys, so I'll show you guys what to do later on. But for now, let's just test this out. Let's click on play. Okay, and let's wait for it. Come on. Where's the alien? Okay, the alien should have spawned. Hold on, there was a problem. Has to be a problem. Oh, okay, right, guys. Okay, I forgot one thing. Alright, the primary part of whatever your thing is. So this is what a primary part is. Okay, inside here, the human root part has to be a primary part. Whatever controls everything. You know what I mean? You have to make this anchored. Alright, so you click on anchored. There you go. That's now it's gonna work. Alright, and if you want to animate it, you can. I'll get into that later. But boom, as you guys can see, look at that. He's floating, but yeah, there you go. Boom, this is perfect, and I can only buy him. And yes, sir, it's going to my base. And let's see how much money I see. And as you can see, offline money works. Damn, cool. And see, everything seems to be working. So yeah, that's how you create a thing that you know what I mean. It's not that complicated. Yeah, now on to making a complicated thing. Alright, so maybe you have a thing that that's not welded and has no root part. Okay, guys. So I'll show you guys how to do that. And also, guys, let's say you don't want this alien thing anymore. So what you want to do is, let's just say we'll delete it. Cool, but that's not it, guys. What you also have to do is go into that things module. Alright, the one that I showed you, which is in the storage, configuration, and modules. And you just want to get rid of alien completely from here. And that's it, okay? Oh, and get rid of the comma. That's it, boom. Alright, guys, so we're going to make different rarities now. So that's a common one. I'm just going to search up Riz now, alright, guys? So, boom. Skibidi toilet Riz squid. So first of all, we're gonna get rid of all these scripts. So if you're adding things like this, just remove all this stuff, even the humanoid. We don't need the humanoid. Delete all that. Okay, yeah, there you go, we're good. So yeah, nope, I don't know why that's there. Delete all the scripts. If there's any scripts inside of them, please get out of here. Oh, it's there. Okay, so we'll just delete all these. Root part, or like base, we'll call it base. Then what we do is select the primary part and put it as the base. Okay, just like that. Alright, that's literally it. Put inside things. And now to change the values. Alright, guys, so this is how it works. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you want to go over to modules. Alright, you want to go over to storage, go to configuration, and go inside of modules, click on rarities. Then what you want to do is inside of here, first of all, you want to copy and paste this. And just put a comma here though. And now you can name the rarity whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna call it, let's just do like a mythic, you know what I mean? And the color is gonna be red. So we'll do like something like this, maybe. That's how you choose the color. And then the chance of it appearing, that's what it means. So this is obviously out of 100. So common means 100% of the time should appear. So mythic, we're gonna do like 20% maybe. I don't know. We'll just see how that works. And to assign the rarity to the Squidward or whatever, let's just go inside. Okay, not there. Inside of the things, right? Into the things module. Let's duplicate this first of all. Okay. And then what we'll do is call this Squidward. Actually, we'll call it Squidward drip. Alright, I want to change it to Squidward drip. Squidward drip. Alright, space drip. And then what we do is instead of rarity common, we'll do mythic inside of here. So there you go. Okay, the price like 1,000. Alright, guys, that's crazy by the way, but yeah, let's just see how if it works. Alright guys, so I forgot to mention this. So when you have multiple parts inside of the thing that you're making, right guys, so whatever your primary part is has to be anchored. So moon animator is what. And but also yet again, if you guys don't have moon animator, I'll might link in a tutorial in the description on how you guys could get moon animator for free, or maybe like an alternative, because I don't know if I'll get in trouble for that. But boom. Okay, join in place, just like that. Boom. Now I think it should work. Let's see what spawns. Let me guess. Okay, yeah, the rock. Another thing you have to take into consideration is if it can fit on your thing and if it has enough space. So yeah. Yes sir, we got Squidward. And it's backwards though. Oh, I know how to fix it. Okay, easy. So to fix this, guys, fix the orientation of that. If you're having that problem, guys, all you gotta do is go to the base and just rotate it. Oh, is that his base? Okay, perfect. What we're gonna do, guys, instead of making the body its base, what you should do is so let's just delete all this stuff here, all the worlds. Okay, because we'll weld it again. So what you want to do is create a part and make sure that it's in the middle, so like that. Perfect. And then we'll do that, and make sure they can't collide with it. There you go. We'll call this root part. Okay, and we'll put this as Scooter drip. I'm gonna rename this to main. Alright, and now you want to change the, what do you call it, the primary part from the main to the root part. Okay, and first of all we're gonna see which way the front is, so I'm just gonna go to decals. Right, and then we'll just okay, so the front is that way for some reason, so what we're gonna do is rotate it like that. Okay, done. There you go. So now what we can do is we will wield it all. So this is the base part. Turn that off, and we combine the other stuff. Join, and this should work. I'll cut and paste it inside of things. Oops, I forgot to anchor it. Okay, my fault guys, I forgot to anchor the root part. You have to anchor it for it to work. Alright, run. Yes sir, and there you guys can see it's facing the right way now. But the shoe isn't on correctly. If you guys want to change it from R15 to R6, you can easily do that by clicking on avatar, then avatar settings, and yeah. Okay, let me just take it out. I don't like it being there. Oh, and then what you want to do is you want to click on the 3 dots here, then click on R6 only. Alright, sick. These are just some polishing stuff that we're doing right now, guys. I can make a whole separate tutorial for that. I'll also show you guys in the next episode how to make like game passes and perhaps admin commands. Now, the finished product of this game will be linked in the description, so if you guys are too lazy or just can't get this to work, if you can't figure out how to get all this to work, you can go ahead and get it down in the description. It'll only be like $1 or $2. Alright guys, full game, but obviously you can get the template and follow along for free. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.